Salam keluarga Malaysia. Hello and good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brendan Lepal and you're watching News at 10. In our top stories tonight, 2-year contract extension for more than 2,000 contract teachers. And also, first Hajj flight departs on 31st May. And thanks for your company. A total of 113 deaths in road accidents was recorded nationwide in Ops Slamat as of yesterday. Deputy Inspector General of Police, Datuk Razarudin Hussein, said during the 6 days of Ops Slamat, which was launched on 29 April in conjunction with the Aidilfitri Festival, a total of 9,816 accidents were also reported nationwide. He said on the first day itself, a total of 2,140 accidents was logged involving 10 deaths, while yesterday alone, 1,455 accidents were recorded involving 24 fatalities. According to Datuk Razarudin, motorcyclists and pillion riders formed the highest number with 72 deaths, followed by 30 car drivers and passengers, 6 pedestrians, 2 involving a van driver and passenger, 2 deaths in a 4-wheel drive, as well as 1 taxi passenger or driver. He said Selangor recorded the highest number of accidents with 2,160 cases, followed by Johor 1,372, Perak 982, Kuala Lumpur 875, Pulau Pinang 803, Kedah 659, Pahang 561 and Negeri Sembilan 507. He added that urban roads recorded the highest number of accidents with 3,876 cases, followed by federal roads with 2,148 cases, state roads 1,937 and highways 1,043. During the period, Datuk Razarudin said a total of 26,837 summonses for 6 major offences were issued to drivers, with speeding being the main misdemeanour, with 25,582 summonses. Since the 2022 Hari Raya Puasa festive season, maximum price scheme SHMMP was implemented from 26 April to 4 May. A total of 6,702 business premises have been inspected. Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs Ministry, KPDN HEP Enforcement Director Azman Adam said of the number, 10 were found to have violated the Price Control and Anti-Profiteering Act 2011, ACAP 2011, and the offences involved failure to comply with price tag requirements and selling control items above the maximum price. In a statement today, he said KPDN HEP will continue to enforce SHMMP HRP 2022 nationwide until the 10th of May, while the price of chicken and eggs will remain under the maximum price scheme until 5th June. Asman said stern action will be taken against anyone who failed to comply with the rules and regulations under the scheme. He said the government made the right move in extending the enforcement of SHMMP HRP 2022 from 26 April to 10th May instead of 6 May, as this would enable Keluarga Malaysia and its multiracial people to continue the tradition of visiting and holding open houses in a harmonious and cheerful atmosphere. He added that after 2 years of celebrating Aidilfitri with immediate family members only, due to the movement control order, this year's celebration means a lot and is looked forward to because relatives and friends are able to meet and visit one another with adherence to the standard operating procedures. The fate of 2,600 contract of service COS teachers appointed in the June 2020 intake will be resolved when their contracts are expected to be extended for 2 years. Senior Education Minister Dr. Razzie Jidin said, however, the details of the good news would be announced later after the Ministry of Education MOE and the Education Service Commission SPP complete their discussion over the matter.
Ada cerita-cerita yang kata nanti tak dapat gaji bulan 5 dan sebagainya. Itu tidak tepat, ya. Kita sedar keperluan untuk kita memastikan kebajikan guru-guru ini sentiasa terpelihara dan kita sedang mengambil tindakan sewajarnya. InsyaAllah everything will be good, tetapi berdasarkan peraturan sedia ada, berdasarkan tata cara sedia ada, dan pihak SPP, Suruhanjaya Perkhidmatan Pendidikan selaku pihak berkuasa melantik akan mengikuti segala peraturan.
Speaking to reporters when met at the Hari Raya Haidul Fitri open house at his residence near Ketereh today, Dr. Razzi said the ministry is constantly in talks on the best approaches for teachers on contract service basis. In a separate development, he said the ministry would study case by case and the actions that could be taken on the issue of teachers opting to retire early. Travellers from Malaysia and Thailand can now use their border pass to enter the two countries starting today. Police Border Relations and Cooperation Committee Chairman Rasmi said the relaxation was given after Malaysia and Thailand reached an agreement to spur the economic recovery of both nations. When met after visiting the Immigration, Custom and Quarantine Complex ICQ in Padang Besar today, he said travellers or tourists who wanted to use the border pass needed to apply through the Thailand Pass web portal 24 hours prior to their departure. However, Rasmi said only residents in 4 states, namely Perlis, Kedah, Perak and Kelantan, are allowed to use this border pass.
Mereka yang menggunakan border pass mendapat beberapa kelonggaran yang telah diberikan, pertama sekali untuk mereka pengembara yang daripada Malaysia yang hendak ke Thailand, kelonggaran cuma dia perlu daftar dengan aplikasi Thailand, aplikasi daripada Thailand punya aplikasi. Kemudian selepas itu pihak Thailand akan memberi masukan selama 3 hari lah.
Commenting further, Rasmi said travellers or tourists from Thailand who used the border pass were also allowed to travel back and forth into the country provided that they had been fully vaccinated. He said the same standard operating procedures SOP imposed for the reopening the country's borders on 1st April also applied to travellers or tourists who used passport to enter Malaysia. In a related development, Kelantan Immigration Department Director Asa Abdul Hamid said 3 immigration, customs, quarantine and security ICQS complexes at the Malaysia-Thailand border in Kelantan were fully reopened today for commercial and social visit purposes. He added that the 3 ICQS are in Rantau Panjang, Bukit Bunga and Pengkalan Kubo. According to Asa, people wishing to enter Thailand and Malaysia must comply with the standard operating procedures set by both countries. Apart from that, he said, other conditions set by the Ministry of Health include travellers from Thailand must be fully vaccinated and their travel documents must be complete. Yesterday, Perlis Immigration Director Khairul Amin Taib said, beginning today, the Malaysia-Thai border checkpoint at Padang Besar will open daily from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. And in other news, 2 local suspects wanted by the police to help in investigations into a shooting incident at a hotel in Bukit Bintang on Tuesday have been arrested. Kuala Lumpur Police Chief Dato' Azmi Abu Qasim said the 2 suspects, aged 47 and 51, were arrested in a raid at a residence in Puchong at about 8:15 p.m. yesterday.
Kita telah berjaya menjumpai dan merampas 2 pucuk pistol, satu jenis .38 dan satu lagi jenis semi auto Berita, dan kita percaya, pihak Polis Kuala Lumpur percaya yang kita telah berjaya menyelesaikan kes ini, dan sekarang ini kita menjalankan siasatan untuk melengkapkan siasatan di bawah Seksyen 302 Kanun Kesihatan.
In a press conference at Kuala Lumpur Contingent Police Headquarters today, he said police also seized 4 bullets, a red Honda RS 150 motorcycle, 2 helmets, 2 sets of shirts and pants. 2 pairs of sports shoes, a sling bag, as well as 3 mobile phones of various brands. Dato' Azmi said based on police investigations, it was found that all the suspects and victim had met at the hotel room to conduct drug dealing business and that the victim had 14 previous criminal records connected to kidnapping, murder and drugs. Following the latest arrests, he said all suspects who were arrested would be asked to assist in the investigation of the case. The first Hajj flight this year is scheduled for 31st May. Speaking during a press conference at the Aidilfitri Open House in Kampung Sungai Petai in Perak today, Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Religious Affairs, Dato' Idris Ahmad said preparations for the matter are going smoothly.
Sudah keluar 24 April. Sudah keluar dan kita sedang menunggu untuk mereka reply, untuk yang confirm nak pergi, mereka akan buat persiapan di mana menyediakan pasport untuk pastikan vaksin mereka lengkap, semua kesihatan mereka baik. Dan insya-Allah program berjalan dengan baik.
Dato' Idris said TH is rescheduling the number of pilgrims who would be on the first and last flights, adding that he is leaving it to the agency to manage. He said this year's Hajj management is quite challenging, but said TH has the experience to best handle the matter. On the Hajj quota appeal, Idris said he would hand over a letter of appeal from the Prime Minister to Raja Salman Abdulaziz soon. It is reported that the quota for Malaysian pilgrims is set at 14,306 individuals this year. This private healthcare provider, KPJ Healthcare Berhad, has today unveiled its renewed focus, which outlined its aspirations for growth. President and Managing Director Dato' Muhammad Shukri Muhammad Saleh said aside from optimizing the internal processes and care delivery, KPJ Healthcare will also look into its current businesses and investment portfolios, domestically and internationally. Elaborating further through a statement released, Dato' Muhammad Shukri said it is crucial to identify new business opportunities for growth and to strengthen trust between KPJ's shareholders and stakeholders alike. He also noted that KPJ Healthcare has a well-earned reputation for delivering exceptional health treatment, care and diagnosis in the country. He said it is crucial for KPJ Healthcare to execute its digital transformation roadmap and upgrade the hospital information system to deliver a remarkable experience for its patients while increasing patient safety and efficiency. On top of that, KPJ Healthcare is currently undertaking a strategic review of its business units and corporate structure as part of its proactive measures to drive synergistic cost savings and efficiency gains. Efforts in this area include reviewing its performance data to optimize costs and resource base, operational excellence and continuous improvement initiatives, which will enable KPJ Healthcare to invest in growth opportunities and deliver sustainable returns. In sports, Terima Malaya optimistic of creating upsets to clinch SEA Games gold medal. Stay with us. And beginning with football, despite the arduous task, midfielder Muhammad Umar Hakim Suhar Rezwan is optimistic the national under-23 squad is capable of creating upsets to clinch the gold medal in the 31st SEA Games starting next week. In fact, the 20-year-old Johor Darul Tazim JDT2 player sees no reason why the national team is not able to win the gold medal after Malaysia's last golden victory in the 2011 edition in Indonesia. He believed with commitment and determination, it is not impossible for them to take on the challenges from the countries. At the same time, Muhammad Umar said he had also gained strategic exposure in his last appearance in the 2019 Games in the Philippines. In his maiden appearance 3 years ago, Malaysia finished second last in the group competition and failed to progress to the knockout round after winning the silver medal in the 2017 Games in Kuala Lumpur. Meanwhile, national under-23 head coach Brett Maloney has yet to pledge his team's target in Hanoi. However, the Australian-born coach believes his side has its own qualities to provide fierce challenge to its opponents, as well as bring home success. In Hanoi, Malaysia, drawn in Group B, will start their campaign against 16-time champions Thailand, followed by Laos, Singapore and Cambodia on 16 May, in the hunt for the top 2 placings for a semi-final slot. The 31st SEA Games is scheduled to commence from 12 to 23rd May, with football among the sports starting earlier. And that concludes this evening's news at 10. In our top story, 2-year contract extension for more than 2,000 contract teachers. Join us again at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. Till then, it's lights out. I'm Brendan Paul. Stay tuned to saluran Berita RTM. Salam keluarga Malaysia and have a pleasant evening.